Bright feels he is one of the top guys of this season. My dear, you can't escape next week eviction. The game is getting tougher. Shippers will sacrifice you. You people are not nice, so I keep saying this thing. Hey guys, welcome back, my loves. Hope you guys are doing fine. Hope you're doing great. Hope everywhere Marama, hope everywhere is chill. Guys, please do not forget to subscribe to this channel, turn on your notification bell, and also do not forget to give me a huge thumbs up and then share this video. Thank you. But you guys, forget to bright na fine guy, yo. Top two, not number two. Bright now, fine guy, allow him. It's okay for him to feel that he's a top guy because he is truly a top guy. If you send him home come next week, then he has tried. He's definitely gonna excel, and that's on period. All right. Next NG says, K Bobo says Dede is the most beautiful person in the house. Do you agree? Now, this particular thing is going to take us to the huge drama going on the social space. Let's read the reaction first off before I actually continue. So, someone says, remove makeup and let's chat. Pretty honeys without me picking our favorites. Mide, Sultana, Big Soso, Imisi, Zita. Telma, even if there is no makeup, but still pretty. You know one thing I would always say, beauty is what in the eyes of the beholder. Allow people, whoever they deem fit that is the prettiest, no problem, right? Now, someone says Mimi is more beautiful. That is Mide. Now, this Mide matter, that's where we enter the actual gist. But before we enter the actual gist, let's actually discuss this convo from what's the name? Bright with Mide that they had. Bright was telling Mide that he asked caller that from the outside, would he actually be this persistent in chasing Dede? And then Kola was like, never, it can never happen. And according to Bright said he was so surprised to hear that reply from Kola, seeing the way he has been going back to back for Dede in the house. He was expecting to hear positive affirmation, but he is saying no to that regard. But Mide had a different notion about this. Mide said it is quite different here because of this is a confined space and this is the house. Most men would not want to dwell in a place that they find so difficult, and then they would have to switch over immediately without wasting much time. Do you accept this? Anyways, let's enter to the actual matter that is bringing serious drama on the social space, because I want your 2 cents. Just calm down, listen, let's gist, okay? So, it was still the conversation these two were having. One thing I have noticed about Bright and Mide relationship, Dede's name must come up. Right from the beginning of this relationship, I've always said it that they would always talk about Dede. But you see, you barely hear Dede speak about Mide to Kola, Jason or Coin. In fact, the day Kola wanted to speak about Mide, Dede cut it off. Dede cut it off immediately, and because of that, I still give her thumbs up for that. So now they were having this convo, and then it's just about who is prettier and everything. And then what's the name? Bright was telling Mide that the reason why they actually because Mide was like she doesn't like this comparison. Like, why would people compare 2 friends? Why would you want to be saying this one is prettier, that one is prettier? That the likes of whether Kola or Jason have said that Dede is prettier, that she's the prettiest housemate, that she feels like it's not right, that it's based off on different vibes. And then Bright was like, to me, you are the prettiest person. Bright was telling Mide, right, that the reason why they're actually doing this is because of the 2 of them are friends. That if the 2 of them are like Isabella and Talma, people would actually see the true difference, So Mide was like, she feel like it is actually not good because in real life, she's not in a competition with her friends. Now, being in a show that is a competition and then people start saying things as this is not really cool at all. So because of that, people feel like there is so much, because of that, so because of what Mide said, people feel like she is being jealous of Dede. Joined with the previous thing they've actually discussed about Dede. So people felt like she is jealous that Dede is getting more of the attention this season and all of those talks. What do you guys think? Let's dive into the social space. Get Updated says, so if Kola or Jason says she is the most beautiful girl, why are you finding it awkward? Bright compliments you every day and also calls you the most beautiful. Now, wow. And then I always give says, she found it awkward that Dede told her. So her problem is Dede telling her someone says she is the most beautiful. So according to this person, Get Updated said, but Bright would always say you are the most beautiful person. Why is that of Dede a problem? And then someone replied and said, her own Namide's problem is because Dede would come tell her that she feels like Dede should not come and tell her that. To me, I cannot even place any of this together, And then at the same time, I do not also see that, did Mide say anything wrong there? Her saying that she do not like the comparison. Or is there something else she said that I did not get? Somebody should please state it in the comments. Because now they are calling out on Ebuka. Because I feel like the reason why they are calling out on Ebuka is because of previous convo. The sooner Ebuka scatters this friendship, the better. Because I also talk about previous convo, and I've also told you guys how I feel like I do not like that Mide would actually have convo about her friend with other persons. King Kosi says, is it safe to say Mide is jealous of Dede? Because now that is the trend on the social space. They are trending it on the social space that Mide is so jealous of Dede. Do you also feel the same way? Let me know in the comment section. The cutest Kimmy says, Mide has been acting insecure lately, always seeking validation and assurance from brides. What is this subtle comparison with Dede? Aren't they meant to be friends? Winnie Steve says, that was not a comparison. She clearly mentioned that she didn't like the comparison. You people will be alright, Sha. And then Kimmy says, caller saying Dede is the most beautiful girl in the house is not a comparison for her to think that. So people are like, even why would she reason it? Yes, she come off with a word that, oh, she feel like they should not be compared and all of that. But why would you reason caller saying a thing as that? Is it getting to you? And then Swedish Love says, Law, Mide low-key doesn't like Dede. Official says, use your head, put yourself in her shoes first before you say this nonsense. If your male friend stand in front of you and say your friend is beautiful than you, how will you feel? Think. And then the person replied and says, you are the one that needs to think. And so what if her male friend said Dede is the most beautiful girl in that house? It is his opinion, the same way it is Bright's opinion to say that, oh, Mide is the most beautiful. So this is a drama going on right now. And honestly speaking, if you're so bad that the way things are going, Ebuka would definitely shake Mide and Dede's table. And I feel like if this happened, I would blame it on Mide. You know why? She gave room for conversation about Dede. Even when things she said sometimes wasn't that bad. But why would you give room for that? Because when you give room to such thing, you will end up making mistakes. And that's why I feel Dede doesn't want to have conversation that had to do about her friend. Alright, so Mide handler had to, say something as they were dragging and tagging Mide, a jealous friend. Mide handler posted and says, no one likes to be compared to her friend, no matter the setting, whether good or bad comparison. So if you watch this clip and feel Mide is shady towards Dede, that is your insecurity speaking. In Mide's word, she is not in a competition with her friends, even though it is a competition. So this is the handler coming to actually clarify the narrative and let them be that, oh, Mide does not mean it the other way. This is a girl coming to say that she doesn't like the comparison. Mide lover says, at this point, the friendship needs to end. It's too much. This other one says, Mide will express herself and speak her mind the way she feels, and you all will only make up narrative to suit yourself. That's all you can do, which is, but the truth is, in as much as to me, I also feel like what Mide has said about this one is not really that bad. She doesn't want comparison. It might actually strike as, oh, maybe people might feel she's jealous or because of anything on how Dede is actually being talked about more this season. But at the same time, I am holding up to previous conversations. The things you have revealed about your friend, I do not think a friend should do that, right? So to me, based off this conversation, I do not think what Mide had said is actually wrong, but I feel people are holding it up with the previous convo she had about Dede, and then they feel like maybe this friendship just needs to stop ASAP. Someone says, I beg to be corrected. There is never a day I watched or seen a clip of Dede talking about Mide with other people, not even her closest people. She doesn't even leave the room for that. But Mide, on the other hand, has been accommodating conversations about her friend, even with the guys. Exactly my point. This is where I stand too. This is exactly, I love seeing people with, people with a reason. Exactly where I stand too, I have not seen Dede had conversation about Mide. Why does Mide have to speak about Dede with Bright all the freaking time? Now clock it. Anyways, guys, the rest is for you all in the comment section, and please do not forget to like and share this video. Thank you so much for always sailing with me. Bye for now, babies.